So basically, I keep popping in and popping out because, man, these airplanes are flying over here and they're messing up my lives, bro. But we're going to start the last live over most scandals, Los Angeles. I think this is their last video. I had to fall back like a small bat, but I'm back like an asthma attack. So yeah, man, y'all check me out, bro.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Well, it looks like Reggie Wright is now implying that Marion Knight may have played a role in the murder of Alton Buntry McDonald. In a recent interview with Lloyd Lake, Lake claimed that Buntry was furious with Simon after being lied to about receiving a $1 million check. According to Lake, the tension boiled over to the point where Buntry actually slapped Simon in the face. Instead of pushing back or clarifying, Reggie picked up right where Lake left off, suggesting that the slap could have been the motive behind Buntry's murder.
You know for a fact, sure, got the shit slapped out of him on Buntry. Did y'all catch that? Y'all hear that? Well, I had always denied it, because y'all know I used to try to protect Shug and his little image. But y'all just heard it for yourself. Shug got the shit slapped out of me. I know for sure they fell out.
So this dude right here about to say he's seen it or whatever. But I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, like, to be honest with you, bro. He might have slapped you. He might have slapped. I don't know, because Reggie Wright lied so bad. I don't know what's true and what's not. But one thing I will say, if he slapped Suge and Suge was as powerful as he was and is in jail now for running somebody over with a car, I don't think he just slapped Suge and just, oh, okay, that was it. Okay, you slapped shit out of me and that was it. I don't think that was it.
I watched him slap the shit out of Suge. Nigga, month before he got killed, and nigga, month before he got killed, and shit wasn't right.
So basically, hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? So basically, they trying to say should have had something to do with Buntry getting M or unalive. What's up? What's up? Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? Hey, y'all hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, man. Come here, y'all hit that like button, man.
I'm going to out. I never understood one. How he could still be communicating.
Oh, my day was cool.
But it all started to make sense to me now. Because after he got the shit slapped out of him, he cut the
Still got the shit slapped out of him. Like we trying to get the see with Reggie Wright. It's almost like the new Lil Wayne album. You gotta eat the meat and pull the bones out, and there was a lot of bones in that, and like sea bass. Like that new Lil Wayne album was like sea bass. It's good meat, but you gotta pick a lot of bones out of it. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
I heard that he got, killed, unalive. And I heard the check all of a sudden got a stop payment on it. Or bounce. I'll be honest, I forget one of the two. And boy, oh boy. Should have started to add up to me now. Should have started to add up. And that's why Buntry got unalive. Because shit was bad for getting shit.
So now it's like Reggie Wright. Ever since Suge said something about him on this little series thing or whatever, even I guess it was last week, they had the Piers Morgan interview with Suge Knight, and Suge Knight, Piers Morgan wanted to talk more about Diddy did Diddy have anything to do with the actual unaliving of Tupac and the actual, it was a hit on him too. So what Suge did was, Suge reflected all of the interest past Diddy. And when he took, when he went past Diddy, he shifted everything over to Snoop. So he made it look like Snoop was jealous of Pac, and that's why Tupac had a walkie-talkie, David Kenner had a walkie-talkie. All these people were basically in on the actual unaliving that night when in Vegas. It's Cobalt and something else. I forget the name of the streets or whatever, but yeah, that's that's what we're basically getting into right now. But I think the reason why Reggie is doing this is because of the things that Suge Knight said about him.
Or because he had a cadet check for $1 million, a bunch that he had promised me. Is that why Country got unalive? Because Suge was bad for getting shit slapped out of me? Or because he had a cadet check for $1 million, a bunch that he had promised me?
So just like that, Reggie is giving us a completely new narrative about what happened to Buntry.
So it's new now. You see what I'm saying? Like, first you had a story before this. Now when Suge Knight started talking about you, that's when you come back and you be like, oh, nah. Buntry did this to him. Come on, dog.
It's
like,
cold.
You lying, my nigga.
Because
that's a
before
lie.
this,
That's a
he
lie,
went
my
on Vlad
nigga. You
TV
lying,
and told a
dog.
very different story. Today, he's implying that Simon has been speaking with the guys who killed Buntry. But in an earlier Vlad TV interview, Reggie clearly stated that those same individuals were actually trying to kill Simon because they believed Reggie was responsible for the murder of Vincent Buchanan.
Bob James' brother Buntry gets killed.
Yeah.
You said it happened in a car that you...
the registered owner.
You were the owner.
So I ain't even know this part. I didn't even know this part. So they're saying that the heat when Buntry got killed, the heat was on Reggie White. But you got to think about it like this. Now that Suge is talking out on Reggie White, if they had a connection to that together, and still if Reggie White is trying to snitch or implicate Suge in that, you still a piece of shit and you a fucking rat, my nigga. You a fucking rat, my nigga. Real talk, bro. You a fucking rat, dog.
You were the owner of that car.
Yes.
You are, bro. You already the police, nigga. You dirty police. Fuck, nigga, and you a rat. That's
Don't
exactly
forget
what
that
you
Buntry
is,
was
dog.
murdered in a car that was registered to
The
Reggie.
Reggie White. Come on, bro. Like, bro, you a fucking rat, my nigga. You a fucking rat.
TheDepartments.com capturing the hearts of hundreds of millions
Hold
of
on,
members.
y'all. I ain't got premium. Give me a second.
Don't forget that Buntry was murdered in a car that was registered to Reggie.
What was the situation over there? Because he said, he said on camera who he thinks killed him. So the situation with Buntry, you said that George killed him? Yeah. And George was a Pyru also? Yeah. Okay. He got stabbed? Who?
So that Mark James right there. Mark James talking about that shit. Vlad asking them about it. So he was like, who do you think killed Buntry? And he was like, he think it was another blood that killed Buntry.
Your brother? No, he was shot 9 times. He was shot 9 times.
I feel coming. Yeah. Dudes in jail, name is G. Dudes in jail, name is G.
Monkey Man?
Monkey Man. Well, y'all call it Monkey Man. We call it G. Monkey Man is something Info Minds came up with and started calling me. We don't.
Monkey Man. So they saying Monkey Man has something to do with that boy getting killed. Monkey Man. I don't know who the fuck Monkey Man is, but we'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, anybody, you even say the name Monkey Man. I think you said it in the interview with James, and he was like, ooh. But we call him G, George Wilson.
Yeah, George. I mean, but that name Monkey Man has been floating around as well.
Simple Minds did.
Simple Minds? Yeah, got it. Okay, so he was the one that killed Buntry.
He was one of the ones. Even if you look at the composite sketch, you see the ponytail. Now we call it ponytail. That's what was our code word for it. Like if you ever heard me and Shug talking, we would say ponytail.
That sounds like the police code word. But you got to remember, Reggie Wright Jr. is an actual police officer. So that's why when he talks to people, even if he's talking to street people, he used codes. Like you just said, we call him ponytail. They didn't call him monkey man. You see what I'm saying?
Because he had a moniker for everybody. But yeah.
Okay, so why did he kill Buntry?
Alright. There was this dude, it's this guy named Little Roger Greed, and George. They had this boy named Vince Buchanan, who was D-Dog. He got killed in Compton, tortured, dropped off, handcuffed, dropped off on Central in front of the cemetery. They were real tight with him. He was, a real active, cool Fruitown Power was built. Lead off. Vincent Buchanan. So, the word is that Buntry was watching the tape at his house with the torture of it going down. The word is that Buntry was watching the tape at his house with the torture of it going down.
They taped it?
That's what the word is. Buntry and them house have been, and I'm not snitching because, their house have been raided, it's all court paperwork, with the FBI and they've been questioned for looking for this videotape.
Reggie is bringing up Roderick Reed and the murder of Vincent Buchanan, claiming that Buntry was killed because of a rumor that he had been watching a video. Former FBI agent Phil Carson interviewed former death row security guard Kevin Hackey, and Hackey had a thing or two to say about Roderick Reed and the mystery videotape.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Date of transcription, August 2nd, 2004. Kevin Hackey, telephone numbers redacted, was interviewed at the law offices of Dennis Chang, located at 1055 West 7th Street in downtown Los Angeles. Chang was present during the interview, as was his assistant Kathy LNU. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing agent and the nature of the interview, Hackey provided the following information. Hackey stated he was at Pacific Coast Highway, PCH, and 2nd Street across from a Best Western hotel recently, where he met a male named Raymond LNU. Raymond, as is Hackey, is in the security industry who has worked with Hackey in the past. Hackey had previously spoken to a female named Angela LNU, who has a brother named Roderick Reed, who is currently incarcerated on PCP manufacturing charges. Raymond is the cousin of both Angela and Roderick. Angela, who Hackey stated unbeknownst to him, had previously met him, Hackey, while he worked as a Compton police officer, originally contacted Hackey about trying to help her brother Roderick with his ongoing case and wanted to hire him as a private investigator. Hackey stated his brother-cousin has a PI firm and had Angela send him several documents and letters she had obtained from Roderick. In these letters to Angela, Roderick speaks about information he has on who murdered Biggie Smalls and several other murders that Marion Knight of Death Row Records was involved in. Hackey provided
So basically they're saying Buntry know who killed Biggie. Buntry know who took Biggie out. And that might be another reason why he got taken out too. So, like, why Reggie sitting up here trying to put the blame on Suge? They might have to put the blame on Reggie because they say Reggie had something to do with Suge getting knocked. I mean, not Suge, but Biggie getting knocked off.
With all these letters and documents that he received from Angela. When Hackey met with Raymond, he told Hackey a murder occurred that was tape recorded and it shows Reggie Wright Jr. and other police officers on the tape. When Hackey met with Raymond, he told Hackey a murder occurred that was tape recorded, and it shows Reggie Wright Jr. and other police officers on the tape. Hackey stated he and Reggie Jr. had a falling out several years ago when Hackey worked as the primary bodyguard for Tupac Shakur before he was murdered back in late 1996. When Hackey talked about Raymond, Ryder asked if he had Raymond's telephone number with him, which Hackey did. Ryder asked Hackey to call Raymond and find out where this tape was while Ryder listened to the conversation. Hackey called Raymond, who told him on July 10th several arrest warrants were issued, and one of them was the guy who has this tape and is currently on the run, hiding somewhere in Northern California. Raymond stated he did not want to say the name of the male who had the tape over the telephone, nor has he seen the tape personally. Investigation on July 26, 2004 at Los Angeles, California. Pile number 194 CLA 232722 by Special Agent Philip J. Carson.
Powerball wants to sue me for this, but I'll give you $10,000 if it doesn't work. I'm saying this because there's a
94 CLA 232722 by Special Agent Philip J. Carson.
Keep in mind, this is the kind of information people were feeding to Phil Carson about Reggie. He wasn't doing it blindly. He was fully aware of the rumors, and he was also aware that people were saying things like this about Reggie. Not only that, he knew Reggie was a 137 informant. What Reggie is now claiming is that Buntry was killed because he was watching a videotape. Specifically, a videotape of Vincent Buchanan's execution. But what Reggie isn't telling you is what they believed was actually on that tape. The rumor isn't just that Buntry saw Vincent get killed. Reggie and law enforcement officers involved in Vincent Buchanan's murder. So which is it? One day Buntry gets killed over a videotape that allegedly implicates Reggie. And not today. The story keeps changing.
Okay. She was in prison when this incident happened. So
It don't sound right. It don't sound right. It don't sound right. And if they about to play what I think he about to say, it really don't sound right. It really sounds like some bullshit to me. It really sounds like, hey, what's the man on Superman? What's his name? The one with the bald head? Hey, it sounds like some bullshit. Hold on.
okay. She was in prison when this incident happened. 98, 99, I don't know. That's when it happened. Now word is, okay, police kidnapped him. When guys wear police jackets and stuff like that, he's handcuffed. So who's number one suspect? When you hear police in Compton, handcuffed. Reggie Jr. Reggie Jr. Reggie Jr. Who run and work with Reggie Jr., and all of that? At night. Who's the closest person to both of them that's allegedly watching the tape and has a videotape of it? Buntry. So these dudes was like, okay. These three niggas had something to do with
Hey, that sounds crazy.
what our boy getting killed. Roderick. And who's now G and them, they got indicted together and doing life in prison in federal prison. Where I'm about to go. But doing life in prison in federal prison.
He said, where he about to go? Hold on.
And life in prison in federal prison. Where I'm about to go. But doing life in prison in federal prison.
But you know what's crazy? I don't know how old this interview is because Reggie Wright is out right now. So I don't know, and then how Suge Knight put it down, he was like, bro, all your crimes, the people that was implicated in all the crimes that you was implicated in, all of them got 40 years or more. So you the only one stayed clean, and your daddy worked in the correctional, he works in the police department. So did your daddy help you?
And they get word and they mad. They, you know, like thinking this is really true. What people don't know is they came to confront Buntry about this, you know, like a week or two before he got killed. Buntry goes and say, no, man, come on. It's not true about the tape, and we have nothing to do with this. A little bit prior to that, they killed a dude that, one of the dudes that actually did it, his name was David Brown, in front of Buntry house. That was a message. They followed him over there.
So they said the dude,
shot his girlfriend.
So what Reggie's saying right now, the dude that actually killed Biggie was killed in front of Buntry house. And basically, they said the name David Brim. So I never heard of no David Brim. I don't know about David Brim, but being that he has so much of insight on the actual LAPD and being police, I'm thinking, you telling me truths and half truths.
She still don't have a arm from that. I killed him in front of Buntry house, sending a message, and they called. He denies it and all of that, and they called me. Said, Lil Reg, we don't believe you had anything to do with this anymore, but we want to know what Chef live. We want to get him. We give you $50,000. Like, fools, what are y'all talking about?
Are you still a cop at this point?
No.
Okay, you are. You're gone at this point.
99, 2000, something.
Okay.
What are y'all talking about?
But you're still connected to law enforcement.
Yeah.
And you're telling an ex-cop
All of this, right?
that they want you to join into a murder, basically.
Ask him, you know. Like, nigga, I'm not mad at that nigga like that. We against each other. It's like 2002, 2000. But I ain't mad at him. What y'all talking about? We told y'all we have nothing to do with this bullshit.
And then Reggie sounds sick, though. Reggie sounds sick out here.
If Buntry couldn't word on the street when Buntry's watching the tape. If Buntry had the tape or watching the tape, we don't know why. But me and Shirley ain't had nothing to do with this. My call Shirley, tell Shirley, hey, these niggas is, you know, Shirley, I ain't worried about those niggas, I ain't that. So everybody started to meet and talk and meet with people and all of that, and they had demons behind it. But they still believe it. And they've been out the Buntry since, and they killed Buntry.
In your car.
In my car.
In your car.
In my car.
In your car.
In my car.
Did they try to somehow tie you into it, or since it is your car, or
well, the stupid conspiracy about.
It's your car, bro. That's just like if I send my homeboy out in my car right now and niggas gun him down, like, and he ain't never had no problem with nobody, they're gonna be, if they're not saying, oh, okay, well, you sent your homeboy out in your car, they gonna at least implicate me in doing some bullshit for my car to get hit. If y'all don't get, like, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, nigga, you send somebody out of your car and they got shot 9 times and killed, bro. Like, dude, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I only want to say their name because people.
But them motherfucker ain't saying nothing, though. He ain't saying shit.
You start giving them views or something. Yeah. But they're going to say, Reggie Wright Sr. was in the car. And he was on the ran. So I've been contacted by the FBI and we all.
yeah.
Let's settle this. When you've got serious wreck injuries and the insurance company is saying you don't.
Reggie Wright Sr. was in the car. And he was on the ran. So I've been contacted by the FBI and we all.
Yeah.
Look, the story about Buntry slapping Simon might be true. Timmy Rue said it happened about a month before Buntry was killed. And if that's the case, fine. Maybe there really was tension. Whatever went down between Buntry and Simon, they clearly worked it out. Because the day before Buntry was murdered, he and Simon were together, heading to the Baker law firm to get legal counsel over something Reggie had done.
Damn. So they're basically saying the day before he got killed, he was with Suge Knight. So all this stuff about the man slapping the man, that don't even sound feasible at this point. That don't sound culpable at this point. It don't. You say the man slapped the man, but a month after he got slapped, he with him and he get killed. I don't get, well, a day before he gets killed, he's with him. I don't believe him.
In November, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department conducted raids on Death Row's Beverly Hills offices and on Knight's homes, including one in Malibu. The raids were part of an investigation into gang killings, including the shooting on April 3rd of Knight's friend, Death Row employee Alton McDonald. The latter date is important in the Dillinger case because McDonald died just one day after he and others from Death Row met with Baker's firm about retaining Baker. Death Row's in-house attorney, Teresa Bingham, said in a declaration, "Death Row didn't retain Baker then," she said in the declaration. Besides McDonald, those attending the meeting included Knight and Bingham. Besides McDonald, those attending the meeting included Knight and Bingham. In her declaration, Bingham states that after McDonald's death, there was a great deal of concern, both personal and at Death Row, aka the Row, that individuals associated with Mr. Knight were at risk. Bingham also said that she left working directly with Knight last summer. The primary reason was an underlying fear that other individuals may be at risk simply for being in the presence of Mr. Knight.
If Buntree had really slapped Simon, and that was the motive, why were they side by side the day before he died? Why were they taking legal steps together?
Come on, bro.
The
Again.
timeline doesn't support the narrative Reggie's now pushing.
Yeah, bruh.
It's convenient.
Bruh, like I said earlier, like the man basically summed up everything I said in the beginning of the video to my assumptions. Like, bruh, the man slapped this man. Why you gonna be with him a month later and then y'all going to court to do something against this man? I don't get it, bro. Like, it sounds like lies.
But it doesn't make sense.
Sound like lies or propaganda. But hey, check this out, man. I might come back in a little bit, man. Y'all kicking me in the comment cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit that notification.